You're good.
Are you doing a silent intro or talking intro?
Why does it matter? Let's just do it.
I gotta wait. If you're, then I'm gonna wait until you're quiet before I hit the.
Are you gonna fade in or are you just gonna play it?
I'm just trying to play it up. I'm not really fading in.
Okay, yeah, just play it.
Maybe I should look that up.
All right, send it. Ha 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 ha! Welcome back to another episode of
Moral Dilemma.
My name is Ryan, and I'm here.
I'm Dan.
Are you here?
I'm here.
Okay.
My name's Eric.
Are you here?
Corey! Corey, you're here!
I'm here.
My goodness, what happened?
He was here like 2 episodes ago.
No, I was
3
not.
episodes ago.
No,
4.
listen, I have not been here. The audience may not know this, but I had the Rona,
Yeah.
True.
so
We're
I
gonna
haven't
get
been
into
here since.
In your eye, by the way.
Yeah,
I'm
and
trying to
we
figure
can talk about that. That's fine.
You started with that in your eye. I've never
did.
heard that
I'm
before.
trying to think
hadn't
of which podcast.
It's been a minute.
Corona.
It's been a minute. We talked about my wedding.
It
on
feels
the
like
last
a minute,
one.
but it was only 3 episodes ago because we've been so far in between.
Oh, true.
But still,
It was my
still,
wedding
It's
episode.
good to
haven't-
have you back. We almost.
I haven't seen him for a month.
I know. I haven't seen Corey since he was 13. That the last time I saw you?
13 years old. He got married.
No, when Corey was 13.
No,
at his
Eric-
13th
Eric-
birthday party, I went blind.
Yeah, Ryan's blind.
Yeah,
I was
I'm-
going to say
I'm good
that.
now.
I was going to say that. Ryan was blind
And you
for a while.
drive?
No,
Oh.
but I still do.
All right.
Don't know where that went. But yeah, Corey had COVID. That was kind of scary.
I survived.
How you feeling?
I feel fine.
Yeah.
And
did you lose your
again,
taste?
something that happened was, sorry, I didn't interrupt you, but he noticed it by his eye started
Yeah.
flicking out on him.
That's the
right?
first time
Yeah.
I've heard about that.
Yeah. It was really weird because I felt fine, never felt sick.
He felt great.
Went to work, and halfway through the workday, my eye started hurting. And I was like, oh, man. I noticed that I was like rubbing my eye, and I was like, oh, I probably scratched it. Like, this is dumb. So I called the eye doctor, and they were like, he's on vacation. He can't do anything. Just go to urgent care. So then I went into urgent care, and they were like, we're testing everyone. And I said, that seems like a waste of resources.
Shut up,
Like,
urgent
why would you COVID test me with my eye bothering me? And they were like, you would be surprised. I was like, well, that's
And
dumb.
guess what? You
And
were.
So she called me, and I was positive. So I actually didn't start feeling sick until like 2 days after that.
No,
So
I'm pretty sure I texted you and asked how you were feeling. You said, I'm feeling pretty good. And then we got on PlayStation. You were like, hey, man, what's up? Yeah. Like, you sound like crap right now.
so I had to stay in quarantine for like 10 days
Because of that, right?
Because
Yeah.
I was supposed to, but instead my job said, nah, you know what? Go get a COVID test on Monday and see if it comes back negative. I had to sit in the parking lot in my work van watching, I think I watched 2 movies.
It was like 4
Kinda
hours.
like
You were
how
texting me.
Kind of like how Dan talks about his kids and car rides. It was about
Yeah.
two full movie lengths.
But
And I
you're
was
by
texting Corey.
yourself.
Yeah.
By myself.
He was
Watch
texting
the
me the
Getting
whole time.
paid.
But
Because my work was too stubborn that it let me quarantine for a few days.
also,
we can't post this now.
also Ryan.
We don't know where you work.
Yeah, we don't know where you work.
We announced
Where
it on
do
a
you
few
work?
episodes.
No, we don't.
Um,
I don't know where. I
Neither
got
do
an
I.
absent number.
see, but the problem is, I know one person for sure that listens to this.
Oh, really?
Just cut that part out.
Yeah, it's fine.
We can bleep it out.
I'm confident. I'm confident. Hey, if I get fired, I'll just do this full time.
Yeah, so Ryan actually texted me the whole time, and he was like, I really hope I'm positive because I don't want to go to work.
Yeah, I was negative.
Yeah.
I
Sorry,
felt
dude.
I felt great, but I was hoping.
I had no
See, I had
idea.
to wait-
I literally
I
had no
I had to wait
symptoms.
5 days to be tested.
Mhm.
See, my
that's
work
what
just-
that's
So
what
I-
it's
I
supposed to be.
I got tested Friday,
Yeah.
and me and Xavier both got tested because he wasn't feeling good that
Mm-hmm.
week. So we're like, well, he was around Corey too. So not to put that on you.
I
That's all
drank after Corey.
but we
He
went
did,
ahead-
Ryan drank after me.
It
and
was
didn't
that
get
Rick and Morty flavored mellow yellow.
You're right.
But I got my test back the next Saturday, the next day, Saturday morning, because we went through Canham Clark, through the camper
It's a good
setup,
chain.
which is kind of shady.
Great burgers.
It's like go back
in
to
the
the flood
employee-
wall
it's the
and
employee
go back
parking
to the employee parking
Yeah.
lot, and you're driving up to a camper.
I park
and
over
they're
there
like
every day.
sticking things in your nose while you're in your car.
Wait, Eric, I have a question. How did you react to getting it stuck up your nose? Are you like a big flincher?
No, I wasn't a big flincher, but it really felt funny.
Did you
It
cry
doesn't-
a little bit?
Yeah, there was a little tear.
I think it burns. Like it kind of.
It
It's
kind of
not
more tickled.
I can see that.
The first one
What's
I
funny
got,
is
I
the-
thought it like burnt, But a lot of people, I've seen videos of people like jumping, and then it like is a lot worse.
I think they stuck
And
a
it sh-
cigarette up your nose.
Probably, and that's probably why I have COVID. It was probably someone that had COVID cigarette.
It's
and-
those
What was
cigarette
funny is
marketing ads.
The funny, it was funny because the nurse was like, "Okay, I'm going to tickle your brain."
And you're like, not funny.
Puncture my orbital socket.
I wonder how many times she said that joke. Like,
A
there's certain
lot.
jokes that I say for work that after I say it, it's always a hit with the customers or whatever. but I'm like,
you're tired of it.
gosh, I've said that so many times just to avoid like this awkward silence. Like I've said, all right, I'm going to do this one last thing, and then I'm out of your hair. And I'm like, gosh, why do I say that? It sounds so stupid.
You
Do you say it to people that don't have hair?
Yeah, what would be a good alternative to that?
Well, I guess you'll see me again when one of your stupid employees breaks this thing like we told him not to.
And I've heard the
You should
Office
walk
Space
in.
reference every time.
Oh, yeah.
I walk in and some
Well-
guy thinks he's all clever and like, yeah, this thing stopped working. You seen Office Space? I was
Yeah.
about to start smashing this thing. And I was like,
Or
Shut
you
up.
should just walk in. You should just walk in every time and be like, "Have you tried turning it off and back on again?"
that's what I do.
That's the
90%
first
of the
thing.
time. Yeah, most unfulfilling thing of all time.
Yeah, it's restart the computer.
Yeah, gosh, you said everything about
Kind of an easy thing to do there.
it. Yeah, I could do it on the phone, but you'd be surprised. Like,
People
did you
can't-
try turning it off and on again? They're like, yeah, I did that. 90% of the times they just turn their monitor
They can't
off.
even
They
do the
click the
hard
power button on the
reset by
monitor.
holding down the power button.
No, because I can't half the time I can't talk them through where they're because all these offices now just have those little desktops
Yeah,
that they
yeah.
stick underneath. 90% of the time, people don't even know that it's there,
Yeah,
and they're like,
They
yeah, I
think it's
clicked
all on
it,
the
and
monitor.
they turn the monitor off, and I'm like, gosh.
you have like a visual.
Oh
Yeah.
man, people.
But anywho, yeah.
Yeah,
How we doing? Anything fun happened in the last few days? Me and Dan had a jam session at his house
Yeah.
the other day. That was
Yeah,
fun.
That was fun.
And then
thanks
Siler,
for inviting me.
your
Yeah.
son,
He jams.
was going to rip it on the
Yeah,
drums.
he just
That
got.
was-
He
that
just
was
gets.
funny.
He gets nervous.
Dan was like, "Hey Ryan, come back here and listen and play the drums." And I was like, "Sick." And and I'm not gonna say your son's name
That's okay.
unless you want me to.
No, I don't care.
Siler.
Yeah, that's fine.
Dude, I felt for him though, because he probably was nervous.
He gets
and he
nervous.
goes back there and starts playing some like soft jazz thing. And Dan was like, "You play hard right now, or else I'm gonna do something to you." He got
You're grounded for a week.
He's like, whatever.
Oh, it was so funny. I was laughing about that on the way home.
Yeah.
I was like,
Yeah, he knows. He knows.
He's
I'm
good,
messing
though.
with him. So yeah, he really
He's
really
good.
does good. So
yeah.
He'll be all right.
he'll be good as he grows up. Yeah.
He better be, or else. Yeah, I literally felt like an episode of or the movie Whiplash in your house. You're like, you play the drums right now for Ryan.
I was like, do it right now. Like we know you can do it. He's like, I can't. I'm hungry.
I hate when that happens.
When you just can't hit the
When
beat
you
'cause
can't function without out of pure hunger.
Oh
It was funny.
gosh. So yeah, that was fun.
I don't think any.
Anyway, what are we talking about? This? Oh, that's right, movies.
I guess.
Like every
I don't know.
single episode. Talking about movies that are coming out.
Yeah.
Anyone
Are
excited
we?
for anything?
Well, you may read.
We're just
some
gonna wing it,
reviews.
Corey.
There's always some good Christmas movies.
I didn't know what was going
I'll
on.
say right off the bat.
Are you gonna watch Halloween Kills?
Yes, I am, and I'm probably gonna watch. I'm gonna try to see as many of them, of the older ones before.
See, I've never really watched Halloween.
I've seen the first two. The second one, honestly, I like the second one more than the first one. Have you seen the second one, Dan?
Yeah, we
It's
all
when
went
they're
to
in.
theater.
It's when they're in the hospital.
Yeah.
I was explaining this to my son Xavier that I really got kind of behind on the whole Friday the 13th Halloween thing.
Yeah.
Like I didn't watch them when I was a kid,
Mm-hmm.
so I never
Same.
really got into
There's
it
so
because I
many.
feel like there's so many. Like I don't even want to start that track.
It's
Yeah.
the same because we weren't allowed. Like my parents, obviously,
Yeah.
if my parents watched movies, it was my dad watched westerns or my mom watched like Lifetime Channel movies.
Oh,
Yeah.
great.
Like that was it. So like we didn't go to the movie theater as like a family. Like we didn't do that.
Yeah.
Not that my dad probably couldn't afford it anyways with four of us. But
Yeah.
so like
What do you have so many kids?
Yeah, I know. Work the fields, I guess. But so I
Till the
didn't
land.
start going to movies until I was like a teenager or whatever, like older on my own. So, but I never really was a big horror film fan.
Me
Like I
neither.
know I don't dislike them.
Mm-hmm.
I just don't. This is not my favorite
See, I
genre.
think
See, I
I'm
watched
such-
Nightmare on Elm Street was
Yeah.
the one I watched. But
No, I saw them like
have you ever went
when they
back
put
and
them
watched
on.
that? It looks dumb.
It's like Chucky.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What I say about Chucky all the time, like somebody just step on him, just
Yeah.
stomp him,
So
just
curb
stomp
stomp.
him.
I actually
boy.
have a really funny story about Chucky though, since you brought that up. And we're just winging it today. When
Wing it.
when my brother was little, my older brother, he had I can't remember where he got it, but he got one of those My Buddy dolls,
We
which
had
is
a-
the doll
yep.
that Chucky is based off
Pretty
of.
much,
But
yeah.
without the scars and
Yeah,
everything. But
we have
essentially the
we have
doll.
one too. I hated
So-
that thing.
My brother was at a friend's house or something, and they saw Chucky on TV. Well, then when he came home, the doll freaked him out. Well, my brother threw it into the basement, and my dad went down to do laundry, and my brother was asleep, and he was like, "What's this doing down here?" And he picks it up and put it back on my brother's dresser. So then my brother thought it was actually alive because
freaked out.
He was freaking
like, "How
out
did it
because he
get
woke up and it had.
You just
Last
hear-
he knew it was in the basement, and it was
You just
back
hear a
up on the
gunshot.
dresser.
I'll tell you a horror film though that to me I think is one of the scariest films of all time is
Please say Hereditary.
He's not gonna
is
say that.
the original I should have gathered my thoughts before I started
No,
talking.
no, it's okay.
I just brain
We're just gonna
farted.
sit here
Well,
in
while you're
silence.
while you're
the-
waiting, what is that movie
He's
called?
got it. He's got it.
Okay.
Poltergeist, sorry,
Poltergeist.
Poltergeist.
I think the original Poltergeist is probably one of the better horror films,
Yeah.
but it's still creepy.
Yeah.
Oh, and in factoid, by the way, so I know you're a big Conjuring fan.
Mm-hmm.
So the house in Rhode Island that the Conjuring is, it didn't film there, but it's based off
Yeah,
that
yeah.
house, that family's experience.
Mhm.
It's up for sale right now. If you want to buy it,
I'll do it.
it's
Probably
it's
a
listed at
lot.
1.2 million.
It's probably some little farmhouse too, right?
Yeah, but it's
like
just
a
the
little-
house that it's based on, but it's in Rhode Island. But yeah, 1.2 million.
See, I saw a video of this guy because at one point a family lived there,
Yeah.
and he went in and like explored it and stuff, and like it's creepy, but like it's just
Yeah.
a normal house. Let's buy it.
But I want to, so like when we got older and like we go to like my cousin's house as teenagers and stuff, like, you know, they had like the HBO and the movie channels and
Yeah.
stuff. So like you'd watch films
That
in
was
his
the place
house
to
or
be.
whatever.
Yeah.
I can remember it was the horror film Puppet Master.
Mm-hmm.
And I can remember as a kid that scene freaking me out where it was like the little dolls. I think it was Puppet Master. The little dolls,
Yeah.
like they held the guy down, and this one doll had a big triangular drill bit on his head, and like as the guy was held down, like he bent his head down, and they were like drilling into the
Oh my
guy's head.
gosh.
And that
What was the
freaked me
first
out
horror
as a
movie you
kid.
ever saw?
If
If you can remember.
home videos, I think.
Christmas,
Yeah,
1980s.
I'm gonna say probably. I mean, other than just like made for
Bambi.
TV movies or something.
Say Bambi.
Yeah. You shot that deer.
Well, I'll tell you some movies that kind of
Friday the 13th, maybe.
Yeah.
Have you ever watched Frailty?
I haven't.
That's a great movie.
Matthew McConaughey.
That is a
haven't.
great movie,
You need
man.
to check. We
I
need to
have
watch.
it.
Let's watch that together because it's been such a long time.
Frailty.
That-
But it's one of those movies that just see. I'm more of like,
It leaves you feeling like, ugh.
yeah. It's one of those movies that like it's plausible.
It's very similar to, I would say, like Seven or something like that.
Yeah,
Directed by Bill Paxton.
Mm-hmm.
it's good.
Okay.
And then The Good Son. Have you seen that?
No, but it's
I-
still on my watch list because last Halloween you told me to watch.
I
that.
have that movie
So
too on DVD.
See, I'm not much more. I mean, I'm not much of like a Halloween.
Yeah.
I like
Slasher.
the ones that just kind of, well, like Psycho.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
I'm like more like the
the
mess with your mind
yeah.
type thing.
I got you. See, I'm just
Psychological
a huge,
thrillers.
yeah, I love those. I'm a big fan of the like demon stuff though.
Well,
Dude,
you'll
I know-
like. I think
I
you'll
know
like.
Doug
I
is
think,
too.
I think you'll like Frailty. Frailty will be like.
Yeah, The Good
snap.
Son's Macaulay Culkin and Elijah Wood.
Yeah.
It's
I
like
actually
little
started
Frodo.
watching. For anyone that does want to watch something scary, I haven't seen the whole thing, so I don't know how appropriate it is or whatever. But there's a new Netflix show that came out called Midnight Mass,
I heard about that.
and it's the first episode was incredible. It takes place on like a little fishing like island or whatever, like a population of 125 people.
Is it about demon possession?
I don't know yet.
Oh yeah.
First episode kind of made me think that it will be because it's like this super small town vibe and like everyone's just kind of based on like the main point of like everything is this Catholic church that everyone goes to, and they kind of like worshiped their old pastor or whatever. But he went on like a trip or whatever, and the person that came back wasn't him. So it was
Oh,
like a
really?
big deal, and he's like really creepy, like really like charismatic, but like is nailing it right now. But dude, it looks creepy, and I'm so excited to finish it. But I just love that small town. It's
Yeah.
almost like Stranger Things vibe. Like it's very isolated. I love stuff like that.
It's like 30 Days a Night. You ever see that one? About the vampires where the Alaska and they're so high up north that they have 30 days of night, and the vampires come
that's
into
a good
town.
movie.
It's pretty cool,
Really?
but
I
it's,
like
it's a
that
graphic
movie.
novel.
That's
You
the
know,
one
it's-
where
it's comic book.
we
but it's
all
not
went to the
comic
theater,
booky.
and that's when Jeff's younger brother Justin was working in the
Yeah,
movie
scared.
theater.
Oh,
And John had gone through this whole thing in college where like there's a girl who claims she's a vampire or whatever, and
wait, like in real life?
Yeah.
yeah, and like it was fun. Like something went out. She was giving a speech, and the power went out, and then like it came back on. He claimed that like she bit me. She bit, you know. Well, he was already nervous. He's already terrified of this movie to begin with.
Yeah.
He's sitting on the end. We're like halfway through. It's really suspenseful. He's looking, and Justin comes in and like kneels down beside of him, and he
that's
jumped.
great.
It was funny. It was funny. That movie scared John a little bit.
Yeah, I still remember that.
Yeah. I think I like horror movies so much because I wasn't allowed to watch them forever.
Yeah, we weren't allowed as kids.
Yeah.
And so, like, once I was finally allowed, I
So
was
you
like,
caught up with all of them? Like the
I've seen
Halloween,
classics.
you've
I've seen
Halloween?
most of the classics. Like, to
Close
the, po-
Encounters of the Third Kind.
Yeah, I've
Have you
seen
watched
all
Thing?
those. I haven't gotten into, like, I've seen Halloween 1 and 2. I haven't gotten into all the sequels. And
Did you watch Thing?
yeah,
Yeah.
the Thing, John
Yeah, The
Carpenter.
Thing,
That's
yeah.
great.
Yeah.
So I think that's one genre that I'm basically like by like the standard of like what you need to watch classics wise. I think I've watched all of them.
Yeah, there's so. I mean, because like the Freddy and Jason, like there's
Yeah,
so
I have-
many.
I
of
didn't
them.
see- I haven't
And
seen
it's
any of
like,
that
and
stuff.
it did,
But it's
become so
crazy.
cheesy.
I think I said this on another podcast that like obviously I don't like bad movies, but bad horror movies I usually still enjoy just
So
because
you've seen The Evil Dead?
I have
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's pretty funny.
the OG.
There's-
Did you see the second one?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then we watched
Army of
Army of Darkness
Oh,
at your
it's
place.
classic.
Says you
Yeah.
can't get any funnier. I
Yeah.
think about that movie almost every
First
day.
Evil Dead, and this I listened to our old Halloween podcast a while back, and we talked about it too. But the first Evil Dead was actually like a good movie. Like,
Yeah.
it was.
Yeah.
I mean, it was cheesy like now, but
Well, I mean, they had a tight budget. They
yeah,
didn't have
but it
much
was
to work
like
with.
super good. Like it was like
It was full legit horror type. It wasn't funny like the
yeah,
other.
no, it was
two.
creepy.
You know what? I only watched one time at your house. We need to watch it again. Is that Dale and Tucker?
Oh, I've seen that.
Dale and Tucker,
Dale and Tucker versus Evil.
Versus Evil.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, it's so funny.
Yeah,
Another movie that's coming out that I thought maybe we could highlight would be Avatar 2,
yeah.
which I was surprised. I mean, maybe it's
Yeah, there's
not
not
the
a
right
lot of
date here,
stuff
but it says December
out on it.
17th.
Yeah.
Not Last Airbender, please.
So-
Just make
Yeah.
sure people know that.
But
Avatar blue
the only
people.
thing
are
I've-
not-
So frustrated. Don't get me started on that Avatar movie because they even messed up Aang's name. What they call
They
called him
Ong?
yeah, let's not even get into that because
so
that's
that's
just gonna kind of make me mad.
Yeah, but Avatar 2, do you think it'll be good?
I think it's gonna be good. I know a lot of
Why
people
haven't
like.
we seen a trailer for this?
I don't know. Has the trailer
Hush,
not come
hush.
out or
I
I
don't
not?
haven't
think
seen
so.
anything.
They're keeping it hush.
Because I know that they released
I saw
a
some-
video game trailer.
And how many are there supposed to be?
5.
5, yeah.
It's-
5?
He supposedly filmed 4 of them.
Come on.
I have high
That's what
hopes.
you're saying.
I think it'll be good. I thought the first one was very, very like. I thought it was incredible.
It was
It was-
fantastic.
And it's one of those movies that like people I feel like look at as just like a big blockbuster, and a lot of people like to hate on it.
Mhm.
But like, it's a good movie.
I think the first one is good, but
Mm-hmm.
how are you going to do
It was
5
unique.
of the same story? Like,
well,
is
I
it
don't
the
know.
same
I mean,
planet, or is it
I
different
mean,
planet?
yeah, I mean, they destroyed everything. It's been so long since
Yeah.
I've seen it, and
Why
it was a
not-
long movie. It was almost
2.5,
3,
probably.
almost
Yeah, it was
3 hours, I
3
think.
That was the first movie I ever saw on Blu-ray,
Oh,
and
really?
it just was a game
Yeah,
changer.
See, I have that
because it
movie.
just seems so crisp for the time.
I think
and
there's
everything.
different moons or something. I thought I read
Oh,
something where the
yeah.
whole story is like there's different moons, and so sometimes this may take you off a different world or something
Okay.
like that.
See,
I
that
can't
makes
remember. It's
more
been a long time
sense.
since I read
Like,
it.
is it going to go back to the same world and do the same thing with
Pandora?
the avatars? And I thought he was already permanently the species, right?
yeah.
Well,
let me
yeah,
see if
but then there's the Tree of Life and everything. So
Yeah, but to me, like to do 5 movies of that
Yeah.
same storyline,
Yeah, I
I
don't
just
know.
have a
well,
hard time with that.
but we don't know that it'll be the same storyline because after the second one, it
Yeah.
could branch something totally.
I mean, maybe
different.
they'll do
Well, that-
reverse
if
engineering.
it's true about what Adam said about different areas, I
Yeah.
could see that being a little bit better. But if it's the same, you know what I mean?
Okay,
Maybe,
so
like, I don't
there,
see
if
how-
they
there
can make
is
as
a
many Fast
trailer.
and the Furious movies as they did, they can.
Oh, that might be a fan trailer. I don't think there is a trailer, but they have released the plot points for the movie.
So that might be a movie that might be bumped.
Maybe the blue people will go into machines and come and be humans,
Yeah, this
Could
is
be.
saying
That's a cool idea.
or pets. Or
This
dogs
is the
or
like
something.
plot synopsis for Avatar 2. It says Jake Sully and Nate Thierry, the girl, have formed a family and are doing everything to stay together. However, they must leave their home and explore the regions of Pandora. When an ancient threat resurfaces, Jake must fight a difficult war against the humans. So I guess the humans are coming back.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Now,
We'll see.
remind me, in Avatar, they went to. It was an actually different planet that they flew to,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
and he just went in the machine to take control of that body.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. And
So,
so,
but his body was on that planet.
Mhm.
yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
And then
It's been
so
so
and then
long.
he
basically-
destroyed his body at the end of the movie.
Oh,
They
yeah.
burned
Yeah.
it, burned him or whatever.
And he became one with his avatar.
Yeah,
body.
their tails.
Yeah, that was a
Entangled.
creepy aspect of the movie.
Yeah.
There's a fantastic scene from The Office where Dwight's talking
It's
about
his pony,
that, but
not
I
their
won't.
tails, their ponytails.
Yeah, they're
It's, I won't.
ponytails.
It's not. Anyways,
Say it.
no, I'll talk about it after.
Okay, another movie here, Ghostbusters Afterlife, which
Trailer did come out on that.
Why is this movie coming out November 19th? Why isn't this before Halloween?
I don't know. I'm fine with it though.
I mean, that's fine, but to me, Ghostbusters would be great for
Yeah, that's kind of what Stranger Things is doing too. That's coming out in December. All right.
Halloween. To me, seems like should be better.
It's still Ghostbusters
Timing.
season.
It's
It's
Harvest.
almost that's almost Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
Be
But
thankful.
I am excited.
Be
for this
thankful. There's a movie coming out we may like.
One. I never seen. Did you ever see the lady one?
I did not because I was warned by several people
Yeah, I
not
was
that
too.
I trust
Yeah.
several people, and so I can't watch every movie, and
Just don't watch it.
I just the
Does-
trailer
Lots of
made me
words.
cringe.
Does
Yeah.
Ghostbusters still hold up for you?
Yeah.
The original?
Yeah.
There's not too many movies that you could say this movie is better as overall quality of Ghostbusters as an action comedy,
Yeah.
story plot,
Yeah.
interest.
Mm-hmm.
Ghostbusters is like
It's
probably top 10.
It's
I mean,
aged like a
it's-
fine wine.
It is.
Do you still hold like number 2 as in high regard, or?
I do, but I still like the first one.
Yeah, the
really
first
well.
one was the best.
But I think number 2 is fantastic too.
Yeah.
Next movie, Venom.
I'll see
So
it.
you're
but
passing it?
There be
I'll,
You won't go
I'll
see
see
it in
it.
theater?
Is it coming out on HBO?
I'm sure it is.
No, I don't
If
think
it comes
so.
out on HBO, I'll watch on
No,
HBO.
this is a Sony picture.
I'll probably end up seeing it in theaters with all you guys.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure it'll be interesting. I really wish they could tie it somehow into the Marvel universe, but I don't
Yeah.
think they can.
I
right
thought
now.
I
Well, it
heard
did say
rumors
in the
that they were
trailer
going
was
to.
in association with Marvel, which I was surprised it said that in the trailer.
I think the bright spot will be Woody Harrelson though, because I like him a lot.
Mhm.
Good old Woody.
What do you guys think about? What are your guys' thoughts about this Eternals movie coming out?
I'm excited for it.
I feel
You
like
think it'll
I've
be good?
waited forever to see it.
Is that
Yeah.
next year? Is that coming out this year or
It's
next
supposed
year?
to be this year,
November
November 5th.
And when's the new Spider-Man coming out? Is it this year?
It's supposed to be this year as
Same,
well.
December. It's
December
December.
17th.
Yeah, December 17th.
I'd say there's 3 movies that I'm most excited for this year.
Let me
that
guess the
haven't
other
come
one.
out.
Dune.
The other 2. Dune, yes.
Oh, yes.
Spider-Man, I'm really excited for that. Even as not a big Marvel fan, I'm just excited to see what happens.
I don't
And
even see
then
Dune
Wes
on my
Anderson's
list.
coming out with a new movie called French Dispatch
Mm.
that I'm really excited for.
Yeah,
Oh.
people have been dropping hints about Spider-Man. Like the one guy said something about how he was in the movie or whatever. And
Yeah.
So I think Spider-Man is going to be a wild trip, and I think it's going to be like a little kid. Like I think when you watch it, you're going to feel like a little kid.
Yeah.
Like but
Yeah.
I hope
I'm
it's going to
excited
be
for that.
awesome.
There have been early reviews of Dune too that have been coming out on Letterboxd.
Dune
and
looks awesome.
It's getting like 4 or 5 stars.
Oh, really?
Which is really
'Cause I
high
saw
for
some
especially
reviews
those.
like 7 out of 10 or something.
Yeah, I have seen a few of those, but the more that have come out, the more it's bumped up the average like Letterboxd, which is what I go off of. now.
I think the only thing that movie may have an issue with is if it drags at all.
Yeah.
It's not going to be crazy intense like Mad Max or something like that.
Mhm.
Maybe it will be, but based off the trailer, you can definitely tell there's just a kind of steady flow to
Yeah,
it. Like it's going to be kind of a thinking movie at the
Yeah.
same time. So as long as it's interesting, I don't think there'll be a problem.
I also think it's already been confirmed that it's a part 1.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
So
it's not
that-
rushing the
That's
storyline.
either going to be good or bad.
Yeah. Well, I mean, if the reviews
Hey.
are pretty good, maybe.
Yeah.
As long as there's sand, that's all I care about.
That's all Dan wants is a sand.
I love a good geography movie.
Now, did you watch?
They're gonna dig a big
only
ol'
me and
hole.
Dan have watched the
Mhm.
original one,
Mhm.
right? The first.
I
movie.
haven't seen the original. Yeah.
But I
It's on
really
HBO
need to
Max.
watch it again.
Yeah. I'm definitely gonna watch it before I see.
And my son Xavier is actually reading the book.
The book.
So he There's actually like 3 or 4 books.
There's a lot actually. Yeah.
Yeah.
It kind of splits off, kind of like Ender's Game. It like
Yeah, it's its
splits
own
off
world.
into paths. Yeah.
This movie, The Last Duel. What do you think about it?
The Last Duel.
I think that's cool because I like King Arthur and all that stuff, the medieval
Oh yeah.
times.
It's got what is it?
Root
the
for
guy-
your knight.
Adam Driver.
Yeah,
Adam
Matt
Driver.
Damon.
I love
Damon.
Adam Driver.
I don't know. I think it could be good. I just hope it doesn't turn into just another night movie.
Yeah,
There's a lot
like-
of those. So
the Arthur movie. I thought
Yeah.
was very
Yeah.
like too cliche.
because after I saw The Green Knight, I was like, that's gonna be my favorite night movie for a while. But maybe that'll change.
What about
it.
Dark Knight? That's my favorite night movie.
That was before Green Knight.
Another movie that's not this
The
year,
Black
but
Knight.
it's supposed to be January, so it's
That's-
coming quickly. I've been excited for a while since they first announced it. I'm interested to see what they're going to do with Morbius.
Mm-hmm.
With
I'm not.
you don't think it's going to be good?
Nah, I don't like Jared Leto.
I love Jared Leto.
I think he's a terrible actor.
What?
We've
He's
been
terrible.
we've been down that road.
I remember. Yeah, this was on
We've
another
talked about that.
podcast. I think he's I really like Jared.
It's
Like
an
I like
interesting
Jared Leto
story.
so much that like I'll go into a Jared Leto movie and be like, no matter what happens, this is going to be a good movie because of Jared Leto. And I love his music.
I just
what
actually-
movie is he good in that I know about?
That one. One sec, I gotta look it up.
That one movie.
So you can't even talk about.
It's
it
just
off
hard.
the
It's
top
just
of your
hard
head.
because
It's such an
when you think
impression
about-
that you can't bring it up.
Well,
you think
first
about,
of all,
like, the
he's in
Joker and
he's
stuff,
in
obviously
Mr.
it's
Nobody.
bad.
Mr. Nobody is a really good movie.
I don't
haven't
even
seen that.
remember him in anything, so that's how memorable he was to me.
30 Seconds to Mars. He was in that.
That's
Yeah.
that's a band.
30
I know.
seconds tomorrow.
That's his
Fight
band.
Club.
That was his band. Yeah,
Yeah,
Fight Club.
I'm
Fight
trying to
Club.
think of that other one.
But he didn't have a huge role. But
Requiem for a Dream is insane.
I didn't see that.
That's a really good movie.
Never seen
I
it.
just like Morbius in general, though.
I do like
and
the
I like
character
that they're
Morbius.
starting to bring out some of these other characters from like. I remember watching like the cartoons
Heck,
growing
yeah,
up
yeah,
and
yeah.
seeing him, and I just like that they're kind of starting to pull out these like characters that weren't as
Well,
big of name characters.
and we talked about that probably 15 podcasts ago when we had the WandaVision podcast.
Mhm.
That's what Marvel's going to have to do. They're going to have to start pulling some of these B character storylines because some of their major arcs are pretty much done.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they're going to have
really,
to start pulling
didn't they do
those.
that with Iron Man?
Yeah.
Like Iron Man wasn't always like the talk of the town until the movie came out.
no, but
'Cause those were like
I
what
still
would
think
consider
he-
B characters.
I still think he would probably be top 10 of
now, but before
but even before, if you went to a random stranger on the street and said, "Hey, list Marvel characters,"
you think so?
I think they would
I
say
don't think so.
Spider-Man. They'd
Well,
say
Spider-Man,
Hulk.
yeah.
They'd say Captain America, and then
Yeah.
they'd probably say Iron Man 4th or 5th. I mean, I think
Was
so.
Iron Man in any video game or anything like that before that?
I think he
No
was
TV show.
Well, there was, but it was horrible
Okay,
back in like the 70s.
really?
Yeah,
Okay.
it looks like
See,
Looks
I
like
think
a
that
washing
people would
machine.
know
This is
Hulk,
a-
Spider-Man, Captain America.
This is a
Right.
factor,
Thor. They
though,
know
to
Thor.
take in is that the song Iron Man probably did bring recognition to it, and that song's been
Was
out.
that song really about Iron Man then when it came out? I don't think it's really
I
about
don't think
Iron Man.
Iron Man was.
I don't think it was
invented
about
before,
Iron Man, but I'd say that.
before the 60s.
Yeah,
you
but
know.
I'd say that.
Yeah, but I don't think that
song.
song has anything to do with actual Iron Man.
I know, but like just
The
the
name.
name of it still, like it probably brought light
But-
to it. So I'm sure he wasn't as big back in the
Yeah,
days.
no,
Captain
not at
America.
all. But Marvel so Marvel's going to have to keep doing that. I
More
think.
popular
Yeah.
than Guardians
They're
of the
gonna have
Galaxy.
to.
Yeah,
they're
oh,
gonna
yeah.
have to
What
go
I'm
through
trying
and
to say
pull
with
people
that
out.
is that they did do a good job bringing
Yeah, for
B
sure.
characters
Well,
into
same
the
with
forefront.
Falcon, Winter
yeah.
Soldier. Even
Yeah,
a lot
Winter
of
Soldier,
a lot
great
of your
example.
people who grew up watching Marvel comics and stuff wouldn't know who the Winter Soldier was unless
Yeah.
you really read Captain America.
Mhm.
You know, so yeah, I think they have done a great job of building these characters.
Yeah.
Scarlet Witch, you
No,
know.
Black Adam's supposed to be coming out too. It says December, but I don't know if I haven't
I
seen anything
doubt
about
it'll
that.
get through. That's The Rock, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's
I don't know how
I've
that's
seen
gonna
some
go.
clips with him, but you know.
He doesn't seem like a.
He does so
I don't
many
know.
different roles. It's hard to take him as serious. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? I mean, he can do some serious roles, but there's always comedy tied in with
See,
it.
I want The Rock to make a movie, kind of like what Adam Sandler did with that oh shoot, the one where he's the like jewel guy.
All
Oh,
Hidden
yeah.
Gems.
Hidden Gems. I want to see Dwayne the Rock
That movie
Johnson
was
do
pretty
one like
good.
that. Hidden Gems was awesome. But it was a super serious role from a guy that has never really ever been taken seriously.
I'm pretty sure that's.
I
not
like
the
that
name of the
movie, but I felt it was
What
a
is
little bit
it?
too small.
My favorite movie of The
I'll
Rock
look
in
it up
it
really
is
quick.
The
Hidden
Rundown.
Gems?
The Rundown's the
No.
best. The other thing with Hidden Gems I got tired of is I thought Adam Sandler did an amazing job.
Uncut
but I
Gems.
felt like-
Uncut
yeah,
Gems.
yeah.
Hidden Gems is the movie with the black women at NASA.
No, that's Hidden Figures. Hidden
no, that's
Figures.
Hidden Figures. Dang it.
Yeah, I felt like
Word
Adam Sandler's
association.
character was like here. He was
Oh.
just yelling all the time. But
Yeah.
I thought his character. But I thought the story was almost too small.
Yeah.
Like the story arc wasn't that.
Yeah,
It was
no,
like,
it was far from
but it was definitely
perfect.
good.
But I loved his role in it, though.
oh, he
I
was
thought it
so different.
It was crazy.
I got a few I can list, but
Yeah.
if you guys have others,
Let her rip.
All right, here's one that I'm looking forward to that I don't think a lot of people have thought about. It's called The Many Saints of Newark, and it's Tony Soprano's Uprising.
Oh yeah, I
Yeah.
saw the
That's
trailer for that
Um,
on YouTube. Today.
I really, really am looking forward to that. The new No Time to Die, the new 007 movie,
007.
which I'll
I'm
watch.
excited to see that one.
I'll
That's been
watch.
pushed back so much too with COVID and
Oh,
Well,
my
most
everything.
of
gosh,
these
yeah.
movies have, right? So it's going to be a
Yeah.
crowded space here as we move into
Yeah.
2022. There's going to be a lot of movies that are going to be crammed together.
What about movies that we've already seen this year? Like, do you have like
Well-
like stuff that really stood out for you guys?
Well, we did leave out one important movie that I'm kind of hopeful for, but I'm trying to curb my enthusiasm.
Let me guess, Mario.
No. Chris Pratt's supposed to be the voice of Mario. Did you hear that?
Yeah,
Is it animated?
he made
Yeah.
he made fun of himself.
I
guess.
know. Wait,
But-
real quick, can I break down what the cast for the Mario movie is?
Sure, go ahead.
It's going to be Mario is being played by Chris Pratt. Luigi's being played by Charlie Day from It's Always Sunny. Donkey Kong is being played by Seth Rogen.
Oh, brother.
Bowser is being paid by Jack frickin' Black, baby. And then that one Anya something Joy Davis or whatever is playing Peach. It's a stacked cast, but I don't see how on earth it's going to be good.
Is this being directed by anybody that did the Lego movies? or
I have
anything?
no idea who's directing it, but
What's the
who knows? I'll see it.
What's the movie you're excited for?
Yeah, sorry. Let's get back to.
Matrix 4.
Oh, yeah, we haven't talked
Oh,
about that. Is that
yeah.
this year?
Yeah,
Yeah, December, right?
yeah.
There's a few.
I mean,
other
I'm
ones, too.
hopefully optimistic. I will say that.
we need to do maybe next time we do a podcast.
Didn't we
we
talk
need to
about that
do a-
last podcast?
I know we need to do a Matrix podcast.
Yeah.
We should rewatch all of the Matrix.
Yeah, well, except the third.
Well,
one.
just
We'll
watch the
skip
first one.
You guys want to know the director of Mario?
Yeah.
Aaron Horvath and Michael Jelinek.
Have they done anything
it. Yeah,
important?
what have they
Let
done?
me look at him here. Known. So Aaron Horvath, he was a producer on Teen Titans Go.
Ooh,
Teen Titans
Not
Go.
much.
not much.
I don't have a lot of expectations then.
Let me look at the other guy.
They have
Also,
to be pretty good, though, 'cause
the
Nintendo
bald
would
guy
not
from
just-
Key and Peele is playing the voice of Toad.
the bald
The bald guy from Key and Peele,
I don't know
Keegan
who
Michael.
that is.
Key-
Oh, the
Key,
other
I
guy
guess. I don't
did
know which one's which.
Key is
Thundercats
the top.
Roar, Teen Titans Go, Scooby Doo, Batman and Brave and the Bold, all these cartoon, Batman, Thundercats, Butterfly. Yeah, so they both probably worked on a lot of different cartoon ones.
Yeah, this guy's only wrote stuff. This guy has only wrote stuff. So we'll see. I'm
Yeah.
kind of pumped for it. It's gonna be a ride.
I hope it's nothing like the Mario movie.
Yeah,
You ever seen that?
I haven't. I've avoided it.
Yeah.
I need to watch it.
I
though.
did. I watched
That's like
it.
it's like a.
Well, Adam has this thing that he'll try to find the silver lining in any terrible.
I'm an
movie.
optimistic kind of guy.
Like
so
his,
I don't
one of
know.
his
It
favorite
is.
video
It is
game
all. I
movies
don't
is
think
Street
I'd.
Fighter.
No, it's not my favorite. I
Yeah, it
wouldn't
is.
watch these now.
Yeah, it is.
No,
Yeah, it
I
is.
wouldn't watch them now. I mean, I don't. I haven't watched them since I first watched them when I was a kid.
We should
So-
do that. We should just watch one of these terrible video game movies.
Dude,
Have you heard the one Double Dragon?
I thought
There's
that
a
I've
Assassin's
watched
Creed.
that a lot too.
I thought Assassin's Creed was one of the worst movies that existed, and Adam liked it.
No, I didn't. I didn't. You're putting you're misquoting me here.
I feel like right after we saw it, you were
He
like,
was trying to look
It
for the
was-
good. He tried
I
to look
did,
for
I
the
did.
good.
Was-
and
I
everything.
was
There
really
were parts that
upset.
were cool, but
yeah.
I was really upset how they portrayed the Animus.
give it a
But
big
it
stick
was
up.
cool to finally see. What I really like is that there was one. It went like they made a DVD out of it. I had it or something like that. But they tried to make an Assassin's Creed movie, but it was low budget.
Yeah.
Somebody I don't know. Somebody did it on their own. A lot of CGI. but it was closer to the video games than the actual big
Yeah,
production one.
I mean,
was.
it had to have been.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have actually, no, it's off topic. Yeah, any movies that you watched this year
Oh.
That really surprised
that
me.
are
or
really
just-
good? And
I'll have
like,
to go to my
like
letter.
if like you were to make a top 10 or whatever of this
I don't
year.
know if there's been movies this year that I've seen that just like,
I've seen
wow,
a
that was
couple.
really good.
Yeah, it has been kind of a weird year.
Yeah,
here's
'cause there's been
my
a lot of emptiness.
here's my top 10 right now. 1, 2,
I'd
3,
almost say
Of
the
all
Justice
time?
League was probably
no, just of this year.
Oh,
Oh.
Justice League.
the rematch.
Zack Snyder's.
That's one of the best ones
probably
I've
one of
seen
the
this
best
past
things
year.
that I've seen this year, and I wasn't even that excited about that.
Mhm.
See, my number 10. I'm going to go 10 to 1. This is just movies I've seen in 2021 so far.
Don't mind that.
Number 10 is Snyder's Justice League.
Okay.
I liked it.
Oh, man.
9 is A Quiet Place Part 2.
Yeah.
That's
Okay.
pretty good.
That's a
See
good
that.
one. Yeah. that
8,
was right.
I put Old. I liked Old.
I hadn't seen that one. So
yeah,
I, don't
I
know.
liked it.
It was interesting.
Oh yeah, that was weird.
Yeah, I mean it's a M Night movie. Good time. It was
Out of
nostalgic.
all the M Night Shyamalan movies you've seen, where would you put it?
Oh,
like,
That's
in a
still on
list?
my list. to
probably
see.
I'd put it right. I'd put it above The Visit, not The Village. The Visit,
Okay.
the one with the old people.
Yeah. the
So
grandma.
that's under, and I'd put it above Glass, the most recent of the Unbreakable trilogy.
Okay.
So it'd probably be like The Village number 1, Signs, Unbreakable.
You
I'm
didn't
getting
put
my
Sixth
track.
Sense up there?
Sixth Sense would be up there.
Okay.
Not in one of my favorites though, because it was
Unbreakable?
spoiled for me. I'd put Sixth Sense below Unbreakable, and then the newer ones,
Okay.
and have Old towards the bottom, but not at the very bottom.
Okay.
Anyway,
The Happening was really
Yeah.
bad, right?
yeah,
I hadn't
that's
seen The
That's
Happening.
a one that clear at
'Cause it
the
was one of
bottom.
those ones. Did you see Lady in the Water? I actually
I
liked
haven't
that
seen
pretty
that
well.
one yet. And you've told me
have
that.
that
You're
one.
the only person that's really ever told me that they kind of liked it.
I
If
watched
you're-
it.
if you're
It was-
open,
it was okay.
You know,
I mean,
if
it's
you're
an M
open to
Night.
his
It's
kinda-
the only
yeah.
M Night movie I haven't seen, so
should
I
watch
need
it.
to watch it.
I think it's different. I think you might like it.
Yeah,
Don't,
I probably would.
don't kill me.
I won't kill you. Number 7 for me on my top 10 was Shang-Chi.
I
Shang-Chi.
loved that
Love that
movie.
movie.
Yeah, that was definitely a good one.
Number
this year.
6 was
I haven't
Candyman.
saw that yet.
Oh, you got to, man. It's good. You'd like it a lot.
You haven't seen it? Oh,
It's
There's a
super
dragon.
good.
Me
Yeah,
and Dan
it's-
were
it's
nerding
really
out
good.
about the
I
dragon.
haven't.
Yeah,
I,
pretty
I haven't
sweet.
been to a movie in I don't know how long. 'Cause
Hey,
you all go on different nights of the week, and I can't
you get
go on,
invited every
so.
time.
wait,
can't
wait,
go.
Wait. What do you mean you can't go?
I,
What's this?
I can't.
Of course, I haven't been either with you guys. I don't
Yeah,
think.
but you
Sunday nights are my
you
only
can
time to go
but
see
I think
movies.
you choose not to because of
Yeah.
the money.
yeah, because
Which I respect the hustle, but
you
still.
guys are like going to Regal, and yeah, it's like $10 or $12
Yeah,
for you,
I-
but for
It's
me, I
ridiculous.
gotta
Yeah.
tell my kids, no, we're not going.
Well,
and I'm not
which,
going to go either.
Which
so it's
theater
like,
would you want to go to?
Athens.
Athens,
Athens?
$5.
Okay,
well,
we'll go
even
to Athens
even
next
Nelsonville.
Athens is
Marietta's
masked now.
a little
Marietta's like
expensive.
8.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's like-
Athens is
I can
masked.
tolerate. I could tolerate Marietta.
Athens is wear masks though, so maybe Marietta
Really?
would be the better.
Well,
one.
but once the movie started,
city,
you can take them
the
off.
city of Athens is
CDC
full
heard
mask
that.
mandate.
They're gonna
Oh,
flag
really?
this podcast.
Come find me.
Let me finish
Cash
my
me
list
outside.
here. Number
How about that?
6 was Candyman. Thought it was a really good movie.
Okay.
could take a
Number
haven't seen
5 was Bo Burnham's comedy special Inside.
Ugh.
It's a good time. Number 4 was The Suicide Squad. Great movie.
Yeah, that was really good.
Number 3 was The Green Knight.
I didn't see that one either.
Number 2 was The Empty Man, which I talked about on a podcast a while ago. Recommend that to everyone. And number 1 was Malignant, that new horror
Scary
movie by the guy that directed The Conjuring, James Wan, and he directed Aquaman.
I would say Shang-Chi, Justice, Zack Snyder's cut,
Uh-huh.
and I would say the Suicide Squad.
Yeah.
Three.
What about Green Knight? Not good enough, or you didn't like it?
It was good. It
Mhm.
just I don't know if it was like blew me
It's
away
not.
type
It's
of
not
thing.
like entertaining, really, at all.
Well, I did like it. I like the style of it.
I loved it, but
it
I
doesn't fit any of the
understand.
criteria for a good
I
movie. but it was good.
understand why people don't like it.
I just wouldn't say it was the best thing I've seen all year.
But I will say, in that group of people we saw it with, you were one of the only people that walked out of the theater and didn't immediately say that was the worst movie I've seen in my entire
I
life.
actually liked it.
I know you did.
I gave. I think. What did I say? 7.
I think
or
you said a
something?
7. Yeah.
Yeah, I'd still give it a 7.
Yeah. I appreciate that. Yeah. Jeff walked out and said that was stupid.
Yeah.
That was the worst thing I've ever seen.
Worst
I want my
thing
money
ever.
back.
Stupid. Stupid.
Good thing he had the movie pass.
Yeah. Yeah.
could- Can I say one
No.
more movie I'm looking
No, you
forward to?
can't.
You
We're
can,
done.
but you have
We're
to
done
sing
with that
it.
topic.
You have to
sorry.
sing it. You have to sing it.
Can he sing it?
Yeah.
What's the title?
Okay, it's called
Probably coming up.
it's called the Grand Duke of Corsica.
What is that?
Have you heard about?
No.
So it's one of those movies that have like two plot lines that mesh together. But one of the plot lines is basically like an epidemic is sweeping this nation, and there's this architect that has to work for this like billionaire, and he calls himself the Grand Duke of Corsica. But it also goes back to the guy in 1221. It's his life story who eventually becomes Saint Francis of Assisi.
Oh,
Who
is that the one that Shia LaBeouf is in?
I don't know, but anyways,
I can't remember which ones he's in.
Is your phone dying?
So no, it's sorry. a
He's
text
so
message.
popular.
Yeah.
It's all
Everyone
these-
quotes Saint Francis, in the church and everything like that, and he's a very interesting story.
Yeah.
So I think that
Yeah, who's casted in that? Is there
let me see here.
a listing? Because I know Shia
let's
LaBeouf's
see,
in something.
We got Timothy Spall,
Okay.
who played who was in Harry Potter. He played
Oh yeah, I played the
Ringworm.
Ringworm.
Matt Hookings, Peter Stormer, Alicia Agnes. No, I don't
You
really.
just call him Ringworm.
Ringworm.
What's his name?
Wormtail. Wormtail.
And
Sorry.
I just said,
Yeah,
yeah.
you played
I was just
Ringworm.
like, yeah,
You knew what he
Ringworm.
was talking about.
Ringworm.
Okay. All right. So I'll list a few movies here. Can it be movies I've seen before or
Yeah.
never seen before? Like movies I've watched recently that I love.
Yeah.
But probably not movies I've seen before, like hundreds of
Yeah,
times.
do like new
Okay,
Yeah,
okay.
newer
new
movies.
releases.
So, I mean, I like Black Widow. I liked it
Okay.
a lot. Shang-Chi, I thought I liked quite a bit better.
Mm-hmm.
Parasite,
Oh,
I saw this past year. I love that.
Have you
oh,
saw
it's so
Parasite, right?
cool.
I don't think
Can't
It
remember
was
if I did.
it was
Korean
so
movie?
weird and awkward at
I don't
first.
think I did.
It was so weird and awkward at first, but then there's this part of the movie that just hits a wall and spins
Yeah.
on you, and you're just like,
you just can't.
"What's
It literally
happening?"
hits a wall.
Yeah, it's,
If you know, you know.
It's it was pretty good. I know it probably shouldn't, but I really enjoyed Fat Man. We watched at your house.
Me too.
Hey,
I
that's a
laughed.
great movie.
I thoroughly
One
enjoy-
of the best one-liners of any movie. Can't say it, but it was hysterical.
Where would you put that in your Christmas movie list?
I mean, I would watch it every Christmas.
Yeah.
I would put it in there
Yeah.
with it.
I don't think Jeff Cox has seen that
Oh,
one
I've
man.
not seen it. I
because
would
he
know.
loves Christmas movies.
Yeah, we just randomly watched it in the middle of
Um,
July.
Yeah, it was July.
Yeah.
It was good timing.
Christmas in July.
Yeah.
So I saw this movie in theaters with Leah, but I'm going to say it again. Green Book is
Yeah.
fantastic. Viggo Mortensen. It won the Oscar in 2019 for Best Movie of the Year. It's fantastic.
That's one that I never
what's
did
that about?
end up seeing.
Basically, he's this like hardcore New York bouncer, and he has to drive this African American pianist through the South.
Oh,
And-
yeah.
and they used to have a thing called a book called the Green Book, and it said like where they could eat and stay and be safe and things like that. And it's about their relationship together, and it's hysterical. It's
I'll have to check
really
that out.
good. That was pretty good. Those are all movies I've seen before. Godzilla versus Kong. I know,
No, it was good.
but it was a fun movie
mean,
to
yeah.
watch.
Passable.
it
Yeah,
was
I
fun
wouldn't say
to
it was
watch.
the best movie I've ever seen
No,
this year, but
I did see Whiplash this year for the first time. I really
haven't
liked.
seen
I
that
really
yet.
liked that.
Dude, I'm
The
telling
music
ya.
in it. The music in it was my favorite
really,
part.
I need to watch that.
There's a great video with how Bully McGuire started. You know those videos?
Yeah.
And it's him sitting in there with Whiplash, and he's yelling at him, and he's like,
Not
he's
my
like, "No,
tempo.
please, no, I'm so sorry." And he's yelling at him.
Yeah, Whiplash
Um,
is.
That was good. Zack Snyder, Justice League. Yeah. Here's a lot of movies. Oh, Tenet.
Oh, that wasn't this year, was it?
I watched it for the first time this year.
But that came out last year, right? 'Cause
Yeah.
it's not on my list. I didn't even. There weren't enough good movies in 2020 to have a top of 2020 for me.
Wasn't that Love and Monsters? I love that movie.
Oh, that was a good movie.
I didn't end up
Wasn't
seeing
that
that
was
one.
last year?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you not watch that?
No, I think you
I thought
guys.
you watched it
I
at
think
my
you guys
house.
saw that when I was at school. Yeah.
There was
No, it was just last year.
Yeah.
We watched
I didn't
it.
see it. I remember Logan saw it and talked about it, but I didn't go for some reason.
Oh man,
How were you
remember
not
why.
there?
I bought that. You should watch it with me sometime. It was good.
yeah.
there-
I
there's-
Jeff Harbison recommended it to me.
Yeah, I can't remember why I
I
wasn't
liked
there.
it so much I bought it.
Maybe I wasn't feeling good or something weird, but yeah.
not one last movie I'll end with. It had Jeff Bridges, Chris Pine, and Ben Foster, and it was called Hell or High Water.
Oh
and
my gosh,
that movie
dude.
was very,
That
very
movie's
good.
so good.
And basically, it was about these two
I haven't
brothers who was losing their mom was losing like their family farm, and they're just like one's like was in prison, but he's not a bad guy, and the other one's just crazy, and they go on this spree of robbing really small banks and stuff, and they're trying to basically long story short, this one bank messed his mom out of their farmland and stuff, so they were robbing just this one bank, all their branches of it. It was really good.
It's the like perfect example of like
it's-
a like new age
You
Western.
I like
from
him. I like
Ben
that. What's
He
that
was
guy's
in
name?
Ben Foster. He was in X-Men and he was in Punisher, and
You would like that a lot, Eric. I
Yeah.
think.
it's almost
Corey may have watched that.
feels
with me
like a
in
Western. Which
college.
one?
Hell or High Water.
I did not.
yeah, it
I'll
definitely
have to check
feels
that out.
like a Western movie.
Yeah,
I
like
gave it
that.
a 4 star. I gave it 4 stars.
Yeah, I think I may have given that 4.5.
I guess what's the Tom Hanks movie that was that I like that. That News of the Day, News of the World.
I didn't see that.
I didn't see
I did
Yeah,
not
yeah.
see that
Carrie,
one.
Carrie just started watched most of it the other night. It was
Yeah.
pretty good.
News of the World. That was a good movie.
Yeah.
Corey, have you seen anything
Oh, man,
recently?
I'm back looking at my movies.
All that.
You're
COVID
married now.
quarantine
You're probably
shit.
watching.
Shang-Chi
I
was
know you've been
good.
going through. You saw Cruella. How was Cruella?
No, we didn't end up watching that.
I didn't like that.
Who
We
saw
didn't end up
that?
watching that.
I watched it.
Oh,
I
you
didn't
didn't.
like
We talked
Yeah.
about it. I said we were
I think
thinking
that's
about
what
it.
it was.
We asked you if you wanted to go,
That's right.
but we didn't. end
Oh,
up
also,
watching
me and Corey recently saw
it.
Night House.
Night House.
It was
that
pretty.
good?
It was.
Yeah, it was a fun go hang out with your buddy movie.
Yeah. It was like. I don't know.
Yeah,
I
it
didn't
was,
dislike it, but I didn't love it. It was just kind of.
It was one of those like concept like
Yeah.
films. Have you seen The Invisible Man?
No.
It's very very similar to The Invisible Man.
Yeah.
He's hard to see.
Really hard to see. Whole movie was
It's hard.
dark.
It's hard to picture it.
Yeah, that was
But-
a good movie.
Yeah. It was.
I don't think they could get him in focus.
Yeah. Speaking about movies, me and Corey have a very memorable movie theater experience.
Very
in college.
transparent movie.
Which one?
When we
Yeah,
saw
that's a good
3 billboards outside Ebbing, Missouri.
Oh.
Oh, that's.
Me and Corey.
I watched that
Me
movie.
and Corey. What was it? My sophomore year, your junior year.
No, you're 2 years behind me, so that would have been your freshman year, my junior year.
No,
or
we
my
were
senior-
roommates.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
so senior year.
So this
your
was when
sophomore
Corey
year.
had the broken ankle. I was a sophomore. I had just gotten absolutely 180'd by some girl I was talking to. Me and Corey, mad depression, kind of.
Yeah, because I
Just
couldn't.
sad.
I couldn't do anything.
Yeah, Corey
And
had
then
the broken leg.
It was literally like people would go do fun things, and I couldn't go because they were doing active things.
Yeah.
So I was just like,
So
Yeah.
you took a billboard out?
So
yeah. So
So
we
this is
took,
the same
we
people
took
that-
we went to Missouri and took 3 billboards.
Yeah.
And
So yeah, one night me and Corey were just like, you know what? Let's go see a freaking random movie and just make a full day out of it. So I packed up Corey in the car. Kind of how that would happen those days. And we went and saw this movie. Went to what was it, Texas Roadhouse?
yeah, and our waiter definitely thought we
Oh,
were a gay couple.
we thought we-
that was weird.
And
Oh,
we
really?
we
Oh,
kind
no.
of we didn't even really try to fight that.
He had a bunch of well.
You guys
we
would
also
order
found
2
out-
drinks.
Well, what also happened
one.
was what also happened was it didn't help. I was talking to my mom, and my mom was like, "Oh, you guys are gonna go do this? I want to pay for it." So like, I paid for both of us,
Yeah.
and like, because my mom gave me money to
Yeah, so
take
Corey
this
paid.
trip, and
Nice.
and this waiter was like. Apparently, there was some kind of anime convention going
Yeah.
on that we didn't know about, and he was like trying to talk to us about that. And we were like,
Yeah.
"Oh, okay."
But just the like manner of which he was serving us and like
yeah, we had talked about that for a long time.
Yeah. But
afterwards.
anyway, moral of the story is we saw this movie. This movie was pretty good, but it was just like a big mood changer. Great time.
Yeah.
I'll never. That was one of my favorite movie theater experiences.
We also found remember we found that weird I don't want to say outlet store, that giant
like
thrift
store. Yeah.
Yeah, we found like the biggest thrift store we had ever seen in
Oh,
this
wow.
most random
Yeah.
spot, and we were just like looking for
I remember in
something
that store, I almost bought this giant painting of a baby dressed as a cabbage.
Wow.
I remember that.
That's just what I remember
I
from
love
that trip.
that's the great thing about thrift stores. You don't know what random thing. you'll
Yeah.
Don't
find
get me
at a thrift
started
store.
on thrift stores. I
Yeah.
love those. Also, bad news.
Peddlers.
Real quick. I saw this at my current job, and I literally got emotional because
Did you really? You
I s-
commented on that post.
I seriously
didn't
did.
think you
I
would have.
actually felt very upset about it because the antique mall that I worked at right out of college closed down. Not closed down. Their location closed down. They have another location, but it's in Lancaster, which is pretty far
Well,
from here.
and I heard they're looking for a new building.
And they're looking for a new building, but Yeah, they just got shut down. The building.
owner,
sold.
the
owner
building
just-
is just
the owner-
They're trying to renovate the whole plaza, so they're pushing them out.
Yeah.
He
They
obviously
want to
got-
put something new stuff.
They
in
obviously
there.
got offered a lot of money for that building.
But anyway,
Yeah.
I just want to shout that because that made me sad because at the time I know I complained a lot about Peddler's Junction because
Yes, you did.
it's not where I wanted to be at all. But looking back on it, especially now with the job I have now,
Yeah.
they treated me better than I think I have ever been treated at a job before. Like it's a family-owned thing. And I remember when I applied just for a cashier for like a few months until I found a job. But they were like, you're out of college. Do you want to be just like a manager here, like an assistant manager? It'll give you a lot better experience. We can start getting you on like IT stuff here because I had a little thing. And I was like, I'd love to, but like to be honest with you guys, I'm going to be constantly searching for a new job the entire time here. And they were like, well, still do it. We're going to have you for 3 months and we're going to be pushing you out the door because we want you to do better stuff than this. And they were super nice about it.
Wow, that's cool.
And so,
And then
Yeah.
you just stabbed into the heart and left them for dead. Now
yeah,
they're,
no, they were super happy for
now
me.
they're gone.
Yeah.
They're closed.
But yeah, it made me mad because I remember when I was there, that was a big topic because the plaza had just got bought. And so they were having meetings.
All the drug
With
employees
the-
you hired.
Yeah, let's not get there. Let's just say I was pretty generous on who I hired.
You had a hard time saying no.
Right now, there's a hard time. People are like need people to work their
Yeah.
businesses though.
Yeah.
Like, you can't.
Well, there is no business now.
Exactly.
They're still business.
But I mean,
they're still,
like
they're going to be
everywhere,
fine.
Like restaurants and
Yeah,
stuff.
it just
sure?
it just stinks that
What about
Location.
all the people that were trying to sell stuff in there?
see they're going to be very upset.
Yeah.
But incredible sales right now, I bet.
Yeah, it said that they have everything marked down like super far, and they're trying to sell.
Like
as
we're
much
talking
stuff
like
as they can.
90% off stuff.
I
just
think
'cause
it's until
people-
Saturday this week.
Thursday,
Is it Thursday? Okay.
When's the last day?
the
Thursday.
30th?
the 30th.
The 30th this month?
Yes.
is the last day that they can sell stuff in stores, and they have to be out of everything in that huge building has to be out by the end of October, which
Wow.
is so freaking.
Let's go make a
So
YouTube video
low.
of just trying to buy random stuff there.
I do
could.
want to go with some people and
Let's
just
do
like
it.
buy a bunch of stuff. Like I bet there's going to be super cheap movies
See,
and
What
stuff.
time do you
get
get
the-
off work tomorrow? Let's do it.
4:30.
I get
I'm
off
gonna-
at
I'm
3:30.
just
I'll
gonna
chill
go.
around Parkersburg.
I'm down.
I'm
For an
just
hour?
gonna go
Let's
in
do
the
it.
morning.
Meet up at like 5
All right.
at
Let's do it.
at PJ's.
All right.
Yeah, I might get emotional there. Anyway, that was a super off topic thing,
Awesome.
but just want to shout them
It
out.
was your Peddler's Junction was your footprints in the sand.
It is, and
Yes.
I
looking back.
yeah, I complained about it back
But
in the
God
day,
was carried away.
No,
Said
just
Peddler's
looking back.
but there was a reason why I was there, and now I
looks-
see that.
He looks back at Peddler's Junction. He sees one
One set of
one
footprints.
set of footprints.
They
in the sand,
carried
and
you.
He
They
wondered
carried
why,
you.
and he said
They
because
carried me. We're here for you.
Because-
we love you.
because sand people ride in single file to hide their numbers.
I cleaned up the
like Star
worst
Wars.
bathroom accident of my entire life. There, some lady, I don't know who it was, went in there, crap all over the walls and stuff, cleaned that up. But it was all for a reason.
Cougars.
It's all for a
I'm
reason.
glad.
And hopefully one day that's how I think about the job I have now. But I don't know.
Before we close this podcast and do the scripture thing, can I just share my little heartbreak?
Yeah. Oh,
You know,
I know.
I've been on a mission to get a PS5.
Yeah. Hey,
Oh,
hey,
man.
it's all right. I'm here
and
for you,
I
buddy.
have like 550 points
On
my
Amazon,
Amazon,
Which
to
is the
spend.
worst place right now to buy a PlayStation 5, might I add.
You know, I could get a gift card, but by the time I had a gift card ready
You'd probably be on there.
for whatever store I was going to buy it at,
Don't do the gift card thing because
you
you'll.
know what I mean?
Yeah, I know.
I guess
exactly
I could do the Visa thing, but
Then to be back
That
over
then
there.
I'm losing money.
Yeah,
But
but
not much.
Well, $10, $15.
but that doesn't matter to Eric. Eric is
I get
Eric's,
that.
Eric's a money man. Not in a bad way. You're very
I'm
wise
just
with your financial.
heartbroken 'cause-
I know.
You know, we did this goal thing,
Yeah.
and
What episode was that? Like
that was like
13.
yeah,
It
probably
was
like
it
early
was
on. in the
early
year.
on.
And Eric changed his wallpaper to
Yeah.
his goal in life because it was the life hack episode,
It's
and
still
it's
there.
a PlayStation 5. That's a new picture because Eric
Yeah,
texted
you
me.
s- I was about ready. I was at my threshing.
Yeah,
hole,
I got a
right?
text and said, "Hey man, I'm probably going to change the wallpaper. Not feeling like this is going to happen." I was like, "Listen, you just need to get a new wallpaper, recenter." So I sent him this one, and I found out today that you actually changed it. But yeah, I've been trying to help Eric get a PS5 on
Yeah,
Amazon.
and thank you.
Yeah.
I appreciate that.
And
but-
I get my
Well-
notifications blown up from Twitter all the time.
well, this was it this week.
Yeah, it was on probably Monday or Tuesday.
I was here at the church, so it was
Yeah.
probably Tuesday or Wednesday.
Yeah.
I think it was Tuesday. So he sends me this information that
As soon as it dropped.
as soon as
And
it
you
dropped,
immediately read it.
and I immediately went on my computer.
Because I
And
told you to get
I actually got a PS5 in my cart.
This makes
So
me
you're
wanna
thinking
cry.
like, if it's in your cart,
Yeah.
You can get
you
it.
should be like
You should
like
have
like
it.
a 5-minute window,
Yeah.
like to make a decision.
Or something.
I
And you
couldn't
didn't even wait that.
I
It wasn't
no,
even
I
that.
didn't wait 5 minutes. I waited like less than 5 seconds because I was like, oh my goodness, I'm this close, and then nothing happened.
Yeah.
Error
He
message.
clicked
Error
pay,
message.
Error message. I said, just keep spamming it. He did it like, he said he did it like 50 times.
And I would go to my phone, and then if I'd
He's gonna have
refresh,
Ken show up at his house next week.
if I refreshed,
That's a gold mine. If that happens and you get 10 on accident at your house,
Yeah.
you can retire.
Not if you paid for them all.
well,
Sell it back double the price, dude.
you know, I'd refresh and get it to be like the $499. Okay, go back in, add it to my cart, and then it would still error,
Yeah.
and it was just happening. I mean, I was probably spending 20-30 minutes on this whole
Yeah.
or endeavor,
And I was right beside you.
and
At work.
finally it just stuck at that $800 and some price from other sellers type of thing, you
Yeah.
know, where the people are, and that's what's frustrating because I'm sure there's some legitimate people getting a PS5,
Mm-hmm.
but you know, because the price is staying so high on these,
Yeah.
that people are just wanting to buy them just to sell them.
Yeah.
Didn't
Well,
they
yeah, here's
say-
tons on Amazon available right
Yeah.
now.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
but-
like, what's the price on?
Oh yeah, like $9.97.
Imagine if
Did-
Dan just
$1,100
found one.
yeah,
Just
Didn't they say though
10,
in the
19,
in the
19.
Sony thing that they were getting ready to ramp up production? So
yeah,
that
they're
it would
coming out
help?
with a new
model.
model, but
Yeah.
I think it's slated for next year.
But I thought they said they were like just ramping up
Yeah.
general
Who knows?
production to make it more available.
Who
So
knows?
hopefully that
Well,
problem.
at this point, I don't.
But it doesn't
care.
matter if people keep trolling it.
Yeah,
And,
yeah, that's my point.
Okay, they're going to up their number from buying 10 to 15. You know, it's not going to
Well-
make any difference.
Well, that's the thing. I noticed like before it happened,
Mhm.
they were selling them like at $800, and after that happened, they were like $900.
Yeah.
So you know it's that demand, people buying them, and they're like gauging that price to say, okay, I can. Let me see if I can get 900.
Well,
out
you,
of it.
you can go ahead and buy your docking cooling
yeah, I don't-
stand with fan, and
Dan.
that's pretty sweet.
Dan,
$35.
Dan,
It's got the cooling
how
fan.
is that going to help me having that and just staring at it?
because
the
it'll
whole
give you
time?
more motivation.
No, I
to
don't
have the
need any
system that goes in it.
motivation. I have the money in hand.
It's in stock.
I have the funds available to me.
I'm gonna
to
buy you
this
I'm gonna
stuff.
buy you a
should-
PS5
Brian, you should-
controller and a bunch of PS5
Ryan, you
games.
should just steal Logan's and sell Derek for that.
I'm
Does
so-
he even use it?
Yeah, not as much as I do.
Yeah. It's
Um,
all right. I mean, at this point, I'm willing to wait another year. Really,
Yeah. I will say though, if you did do the Visa thing, you'd probably have a better shot.
Really, you think so? Because like, I'm
Just
doubting it.
just because of how many more links that are constantly being posted on
Well-
Twitter.
well, that
what
may
what you
be-
need to do is you need to look at all those other stores like Best Buy, wherever you might use that, and keep an eye on that. How frequently is it? Because then if you know, oh well, they seem to hold a lot more.
Yeah.
Then
And
you
I
can
will
go
say,
ahead and
Best
spend
Buy
and buy
recently
But-
dropped
card.
a bunch in store, and there was lines and stuff, and a lot of people were able to get them. And that's where I got mine is Best Buy because they have a very good bot protection thing, to where only one person per account can get it, even though I managed to get two because I made a fake account. And you have to put in all your info,
Right.
do like a dual authentication check to make sure you're a real person. So that's a good place, but I understand that you want to get it on Amazon because you
Well,
already
I mean, I
have
don't
it's
care
free at that point.
necessarily to get on Amazon, but it just
But you could get a Best Buy gift card, and then
yeah.
Yeah.
That's
I-
what I'm saying. It
I
locks me
wouldn't
into
lock
one
yourself
store.
down. Yeah.
You
If
know?
you do anything, get the Visa, but also you probably would be fine with just waiting until something.
Yeah.
like
At this
that
point too, I'm like,
you're not missing out on a ton yet.
and you know, I guess the biggest game I'm excited for is Halo Infinite, which I got an Xbox
Yeah,
X,
Mhm.
Series X.
Mhm.
I don't have the newest, not Series X.
Series
I have
S, right?
I have an X.
Just next. Okay.
Yeah.
Let me pass
Xbox
on
One
some
X.
knowledge. If you do buy a Visa gift card, because long story short, I was trying to hide a really awesome Christmas gift a couple years ago. I bought a Visa gift card for like $200. I used the Visa gift card to buy this awesome gift. COVID happened, so the gift got canceled.
Are you serious?
I threw away my Visa gift card.
no way.
They refunded the money to the Visa gift card,
oh,
and I
geez.
spent 2 months trying to get that gift card information back so that I could have Visa reissue me a new gift card.
Did
And
you get that workout?
No.
Are you
No,
serious? You
nobody-
just lost $200.
nobody would
See,
do
that's
it.
what concerns me.
Nobody
too, 'cause-
would do it. And the ladies, they made me so mad. What's your 16 card number? Who writes their card number down on a gift card?
Yeah.
So if you buy something, anybody, if you buy anything with a gift card, keep it. Don't
Yeah.
throw it away.
Yeah.
Keep it.
Until
So
you know
so
you
I
have
lost
it.
I lost $200. Yeah, I bought Leah tickets for Wicked off Broadway
Well, that was your
for
problem
Christmas.
right there. I'm just kidding.
It was an off Broadway show. So I mean, so it was.
she
so
know
because of COVID,
yeah,
they,
it was for
they
Christmas
canceled
two
the show.
Christmases ago.
Did you ever talk to them about just reissuing you tickets to the company that? I mean, I guess
No, so
Yeah.
Ticketmaster sent the money back to the Visa card. Ticketmaster, I talked to like 12 different people at Ticketmaster, and they're like, "Well, we don't keep your numbers on file. Once it goes through, it goes through." So Visa, I mean, there's
What was your tone of voice during these conversations?
Oh, I mean, it was like this, but I was pretty frustrated.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
it got to one point.
Have you ever really snapped on a phone person like that?
Not really on the phone.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess people calling like
I've
stupid
gotten
stuff.
really
I've yelled at
frustrated at people.
Yeah.
When
Yeah.
what I have a hard time with sometimes, and it's maybe some arrogance on my part, when I know the technology better than the person I'm
Yeah.
talking
Oh,
to,
yeah.
people. Yeah.
and they're telling me what to do when
Yeah.
I've already done that process. And I
You've
mean,
already turned the computer off,
Yeah.
not the monitor. You've already turned the computer off.
Is your
Yeah.
TV plugged in? Who
Yeah.
unplugs their TV?
No, but like first, the thing that always gets me.
but
is
I know
like,
more details. Sorry,
You have
yeah.
this issue, and you tell them the issue, and they're like, "All right, sir. First, you have to do a couple routine questions. How did you hear about this number?" And like all this
It was on the
crap.
back
Yeah.
of
And
the
they're
box.
just filling out a spreadsheet, not giving a crap what you're about to say. And they're like, "All right." And then what was the issue? And they're like, "Okay, let me transfer you." And then you get transferred for like 4 hours, and then you
Yeah.
finally get someone, and they transfer.
Yeah,
you.
or the parts. Like I called the Apple guys one time to fix something, and they were in the background.
Is that what they're called, the Apple guys?
Well, I called Apple, and they were in the background, like joking around. Like I'd hear them
Oh,
goofing
really?
off. Like he didn't even care.
yeah.
That so I just hung up. I'm
I've
you're
not had
gonna-
too much. I actually had a pleasant experience one time with an Apple guy because something really was weird with my Mac when I
Yeah.
migrated from one Mac to the next, and it was logging me out of my account. But
Yeah.
they were
Dude,
actually able to help me.
Apple's pretty good. The only really experience I've had with Apple is if I've gone to an Apple store. I've never really called, but I went one time when I was at Cedarville, and I had just gotten a new phone through AT&T, and there was some issue with it, and they were like immediately like, "Yeah, we don't know why this is happening. We'll give you a brand new one."
Oh wow! That's
Didn't
cool.
charge me at all for it. Literally brand new phone. They transferred all my stuff for me, got the phone, and that was it. Like so.
But if I'm talking to somebody and they don't have any clue what they're talking about, and I know the exact situation that they need to fix.
Yeah, you're gonna lay down the lease and smack.
Well, I mean, it's irritating. You know what I mean? Like,
I got you.
I don't like being treated like I'm
Yeah.
dumb.
But I also kind of feel bad for this kind of people sometimes. They're dealing with a lot of crap.
Really?
Yeah, I do. Because I mean, just imagine. It'd be hard to keep a level head.
Yeah.
All
Well,
right.
I'm sure they deal with a lot of people that don't know what they're doing, but I guess I know what I'm doing, and then I
Yeah.
don't like being
But
treated
also,
like
just if you're a tele worker, is that what it's called? Whoever
Telemarketer?
telemarketer or phone
Tech
support, tech support, just try to sound like you care. You know,
Yeah.
it helps. It goes a long way.
I was,
Well,
I
I'm
was.
treating people disrespectfully, but
yeah,
it just,
never
it,
disrespect them, but
It does get a
Yeah.
little irritating.
Our
sometimes.
friend Chad worked. He did it for a short stint for new maybe it was Newegg. I can't remember.
Yeah.
It was some computer.
Mhm.
You know, so he's working home. I was there because he was going to do a little bit, and then we were going to hang out and do something. And I was sitting there listening to this conversation. He's on this with this old lady, similar to what you were talking about.
yeah,
Like
no, that's a big part. of my
he
job,
was trying to get her. He's trying to remote access, but he's trying to get her to go up to the web browser, the URL, and type something in.
I feel the pain.
And he's trying to explain it's at the top of the bar, like as simply as he can without being there, trying to explain to this old woman. And finally gets it, and I can't remember word for word what he said, but I just look around and he is like on the floor laughing, not because the woman did anything ridiculous. It was just her reaction to everything that she said. And one time when she finally realized it, she goes, "Oh, well, color me pink," or just said something silly like that, and it just made him lose it. And
Color
so
me purple and call me a plum.
he just, well,
what I say.
she just got so shocked because she found out what it was. What was there? And he just was on the floor laughing, but it was something silly like that. And he tried to remain calm. He tried to be helpful to those that didn't understand or couldn't understand or figure it out. But I remember that.
That's
it
the
was
hardest
pretty
part
comical.
for me is getting remote access to people's computer, because at work we used to have to take them to a website. They had to download something and then find it where they downloaded it and open it and extract the file. Holy crap, was that the hardest thing ever to get some people to do. But Microsoft, in their new Windows 10 update, released this thing called Quick Assist. Literally, you click on the little Windows icon, type in quick, and they click one button and you're in. And even that still is hard for some people to do. I'm like, all right, on your desktop at the bottom left, there should be a little square. And they're like, which one's the desktop? Which website do I go to get to desktop? And I'm like, it's literally just
The main
just
screen.
the main screen. And they're like, oh, okay. And I'm like, and then search, and they're like, how do I search? And I'm like, just whatever. So anyway, we got a verse.
Yeah.
Got a little something, something.
Well, I was just thinking about the widow's offering. Luke chapter 21. As Jesus looked up, he saw the rich putting their gifts into the temple treasury. He also saw a poor widow put in 2 very small copper coins. He says, truly, I tell you, he said, this poor widow has put more into than all the others. All these people gave out of the gifts of their wealth, but she gave out of her poverty, put in all that she had to live on. And I was thinking about that, like, you know, I was thinking about sacrifice, you know, like, do we really sacrifice that much for God? Yeah, not just money, but our time, our availability,
Yeah.
you know, our gifts, our talents, you know. A lot of times we, especially as Americans, probably are real selfish in what we want to do and what we want to pursue. It's about us, about what we want.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we're really blessed to be able to go and even have a chance to get a PS5, even though I haven't got one.
Yeah.
You know, to be able to go see movies, things like that. I mean, just the fact that we were able to have TVs, you know, pretty much whatever size we want, pretty much.
Yeah.
It's pretty remarkable. And then to be thinking about, you know, am I really sacrificing things for the Lord? Am I giving things to God? Like this poor woman who, even though she just felt like she had 2 copper coins, she was willing to give it.
Yeah.
You know, what are we willing to give God? You know, what are we willing to, you know, sacrifice to really make a difference?
It kind of reminds me of you talking about that Little Drummer Boy song.
Yeah.
It's just like, it's kind of different because it's about, I mean, it's kind of the same thing. It's like all he had at the time really was just the ability to play the drum. I know it's like a fictional story, but
Yeah.
I always remember you always hit that hard on Christmas time. So
Well,
that's kind of
it's the going back to that. It's the heart of the story, right? That he doesn't feel like he has anything to offer, and yet he was going to play his drum for him.
Yeah.
And that's what pleases God is he smiles.
Yeah.
You know? He smiled at me, and you know that's I want to hopefully add some rhythm to my life to make God smile.
Yeah, for sure.
In what I do and what I'm about. And I think that's something that, you know, are we giving God enough, or are we just doing the status quo?
Yeah, and it is hard too, because sometimes you can sacrifice like time or whatever for God, and at the end you're just like, oh man, I feel like that was a lot, but in like reality it just wasn't. Like it's just kind of like your mindset behind it. Like that small amount of sacrifice was so hard for you to do that it made it feel like you sacrificed more. I know I've felt like that before. So it's hard to kind of lose perspective on that.
You know, when
you
Jesus
actually-
talks about being a disciple and counting the cost, you know, it's easy for us, and that's why, you know, in Adam, you know, and I'm sure Dan has, I'm sure all of us have
And
helped
Corey,
out.
and Corey.
Corey.
And me.
Yeah, and you.
And maybe even you, Eric.
Maybe. But what I was trying to get to in ministry, doing ministry, you don't always get a thank you. You don't always get somebody saying,
No.
hey, you did a good job, or thank you for being a youth leader. Maybe probably Adam doesn't ever tell you that.
I don't think he ever has.
But giving up your time is a sacrifice, you know. Investing in other people, there is sometimes where it's not the funnest or the exciting thing to do, right? And then other times it is, but it's during those times where you don't feel like doing it that's really where the sacrifice, I think, takes part, right? It's those times where I don't want to get back up there and sing and lead worship again, or, I don't want to get up this early, or, I don't really want to sacrifice my weekend again. There's things I'd like to do, but those things matter. Those times where just like Dan, he could probably be like, I don't really want to go to first service and play guitar. Maybe he does, but that's a sacrifice. He took time away from his family to invest in a service to bring people closer to God. And so each one of us have done that, but I think sometimes it's easy to be selfish. Even in ministry, it's easy to kind of be, I don't want to do that today.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But, are we willing to give God our best? And that's the thing too, is our best isn't always, we think it has to be so much more, right? And it could be just 2 copper coins.
Yeah.
And that's what God's saying, hey, she gave everything.
For sure. Yep.
So that's take it. What is it?
No, it's good. Good thing to think about. And for anyone listening, kind of going back to what you were talking about, how like a lot of times people in ministry don't get thanked for what they're doing. I think that's true. I mean, I feel like the stuff that I do, I feel like I get thanked, and I'm like, not that that's a motivation for me, but I do see other things in church, like parking lot attendants and stuff like that. Like I don't know how often they're getting thanked for stuff. So if anyone does anything like that,
We should just
thank you for that.
Can we do that some Sunday? Just me and you just run around and thank people.
Let's do it.
Let's
Make a
do-
video out of it.
Can we do like a little
Thanks
candy
from-
bar or something?
From Moral Dilemma podcast.
Yeah.
Dude, plug the podcast.
Can we get some more stickers and we'll put like them on all the candy
I mean,
bars?
even the
Make little
people,
small ones.
even the people who make the coffee, man. Like
Seriously.
when I'm there, like waiting to go in for second service, and I want that cup of coffee and my little pastry or whatever. Like this morning, before first service, I was like, "Oh, there's no coffee." But as soon as first service was over, I walked out and got a cup of coffee because
Yeah.
I I mean, the people who turn the heat on, turn
Exactly.
the air on.
People
I mean,
open and close the church.
those
Like
are
it's,
Yeah.
the greeters. I mean, those are thankless jobs.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
They really are, but they're super important because it all goes together to make the atmosphere.
Yeah.
So
And that's what church should be about. It's all of us working together. It's not just
all different
one
body
person.
parts.
Yeah, exactly.
Arms, legs, feet, toes, spleens.
so
Spleen.
for Moral
Everything.
Dilemma, we thank you for your
Thank you.
service.
Thank you.
Thank you.
No, we really do. It's awesome.
And if you do feel underappreciated, know this, that God sees the effort that you are doing.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah.
God takes notice of that. And that
Mhm.
you're doing things for Him,
Mm-hmm.
and not always for a thank you, but it is nice to appreciate people. That is
Yeah.
for sure.
Absolutely. Well, on that note, anything else you want to add?
No,
I don't
just
think so.
Nothing?
just maybe next time when I come on here, maybe I'll have a PS5.
Yeah.
Maybe.
We'll keep you.
I don't know if I'd
updated.
necessarily get your hopes up.
Okay.
I think that might be your goal, though.
Thanks for
If you-
putting me
No,
in
I'm
reality.
saying don't
Well,
get your hopes up.
Don't tell me about this goal, right? Don't talk
Okay.
about a goal, okay?
That's not what I was
The
getting at.
goal is going to be there when it's
Well,
available,
here's the thing.
okay?
If Eric
I don't
gets
know
it-
what else I can do, really. What can I do to
No,
change
I'm
my
saying
situation?
exactly. So because
Sorry
of
to get a
that,
little fired up.
I don't want you to get your hopes up too high. Keep hope, Like
You gotta-
have that there, but don't be like,
I don't know.
Gotta
man.
have hope,
I
man.
don't
but
know.
don't bank on it.
I don't know.
But if he gets it, we could post it on the Moral Dilemma Facebook page.
If he gets it, we'll do a full episode about Eric's PlayStation
Yeah,
experience.
my experience.
And
can we
then-
do an unboxing?
And even better,
Oh,
Yes.
we could do an
no,
unboxing.
no. I'm not
You
gonna
you
wait
will not be able to wait.
I'm not
that
gonna
long.
wait.
You will not.
for a whole episode to be
The other way
recorded.
we can do it,
You
Eric.
have to come to my house like immediately when I get
No,
it.
The
That's-
other way we
that
can do
day
it
we
is,
could do
is I will
Okay.
come immediately to your
You're cutting out.
I will come immediately to your house and videotape it, and then we'll just kind of do.
And there's
that's
got to
the
be
better
an
way to do it.
unboxing.
Do not wait.
There's got to be a slow mo scene, and so that way we can pull it out like
Yeah.
that old classic video where the kid gets the Nintendo 64. He's like Nintendo 64. Really deep.
But if you
And
have,
I'll pick it up and run around the house, and then
And
I'll
drop
drop it
it,
and
yeah.
break it.
but what we do is, if you buy it, you'll know the expected ship date. So we'll plan
Yeah.
that day.
we will
be
wait
set
at your
up.
house
But,
for
but
the
like
package
Adam
to
said,
arrive.
I'm not gonna be able to. I mean, come on.
That would be a really funny video.
You're asking me. I waited a whole year and a half almost. It feels like.
Actually, what we'll
Or a
do
year.
is the day Eric gets it, we'll show up to his house, pick it up, take it with us, and we'll film us driving around town to different places with it. Here's me at Walmart with Eric's PS5. Here's me at Cadova's eating a burrito with Eric's PS5.
You guys will be sending me updates all day long of where your PS5 is.
We'll put some ketchup on it. We'll be dipping our fries on your PS5.
You'll share the location of my PS5.
That, or I think it'd be so funny if, like, what happens if the UPS guy pulls up in the driveway and there's these 5 guys
No, that's what I was gonna say. That'd
walking
be a
out.
funny video if like we knew when it was gonna be there. We all showed up, threw a party in anticipation, and we
all meet him
threw
out in
a
the driveway, and he's like, "What's going on?"
guy
here?"
We like make a tunnel with our arms. For him to go through.
Shoot off those party poppers.
Or
throwing confetti
dude, that'd be
and stuff.
so good. We
Oh,
We'll
we
bar,
gotta do
we'll
it.
bar
We
the
gotta-
tunnel for upward.
We gotta do it.
The
No,
worst
no. Let's do your garage door and smoke. We'll fill your garage up, and then we just
That would
flip
probably
it.
make that person's
might,
day.
you might see the UPS guy driving the other way.
The worst part would be if it was like FedEx and he pulls up, just like tosses it out the truck.
He's like, I'm on behind. I'm running behind. He just,
Just
wants
tosses it. And then breaks it.
Oh,
you just have to play.
gosh.
Everybody.
all right.
Man.
Well, this has been a longer episode, but that's all right. Thank you guys so much for watching. We'll catch you next time. Make sure you catch up on the old episodes. Peace,
Peace. See ya.
love and happiness, and respect. Yo.
Moral dilemma in the house.